Daily Beef, October 8th, 2011. Approximately 1 year after I did my last Daily Beef. Isn't that sad? Yeah, it's sad. We're going to try to make this an actual weekly thing because right now it's like biannual beef or something and that's just not going to cut it. So, Daily Beef, October 8th, 2011. New York edition. Brooklyn! Anyways, I took a trip to New York this summer. 2 months, Holmes. 2 months. 2 months up at the NY, in the BK. So awesome, you guys. It's so much better than California. East Coast, best coast? What? I know, it doesn't rhyme, but that's okay. Daily Beef, numero uno. Mothers, and I mean mothers, not with the ERS at the end. Mothers. Mothers that don't parent. Rather, parents that don't parent. Tell me why. I'm all up in New York, right? Chilling, walking around, no cars and stuff, so we go to the park and we chill like all day. I'm at the park reading my book. It's like this group of Puerto Ricans, right? Puerto Rican parents. Not dissing y'all, you know what I'm saying? Mad love. Respect! But, let me tell you something. They're at the park. There's like a dad, a mom, and like 2 tias, and like 6 little bad kids. And these kids are like running wild. They're like throwing sand at people, hitting and pushing each other, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Acting like a bunch of brats, okay? So this guy comes around pushing this cart like full of toys, right? Because I guess that's how he makes his living. He's a hustler, right? And this little girl, she's like, "Mommy, I want one." And so the mommy like buys her one. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. She doesn't deserve it. She's acting like a brat. Why are you going to give it to her? She buys it for the kid against my advice. Not that I told her anything because I'd probably get beat down in the park and nobody likes to beat down in the park. I don't think anybody likes to beat down anywhere, but especially a park. Not okay. So she buys the kid the toy. The guy comes back around, and guess what this little bad girl does? She goes up to the cart and she yanks one of the toys off. So this little girl essentially cart jacks the poor peddler. And I'm like, what the heck? I saw it. I know you saw it. The poor guy saw it. Oh, and to top it off, the father was like straight up cussing out the little kids. "Mother effer this, mom, and kick your..." I'm like, are you kidding me? These are like 3- and 4-year-old and 5-year-old kids. Yeah, they're bad, but they're bad because of you. And you're going to straight up cuss this little kid out in a park? You kidding me? Making people look bad. Making brown people look bad. Just ain't right. Numero dos. Guns are toys, apparently. And this isn't an exclusive East Coast thing. This goes for West Coast, too. I'm at the park. Again, I was frequenting the parks a lot. I was at the park, chilling, reading my book. And why is it I see these kids running around with like guns? And they look real, like little miniature plastic Glock 9s or something. I don't know what a Glock 9 is, but it sounded about right. Like Glock 9s and machine guns, like plastic ones that you can fill up with water and shoot people with. Why is it only that brown folks are the ones running around with guns? You don't see the little European American kids running around with guns, shooting each other up. No, we have to do better. A gun is not a toy. Either is a water gun. Okay, give them like plastic bags and put holes in it and have them squirt at each other. That's what I did when I was a kid. You know? Whatever, it works. Why is it the brown kids are running around with guns? It's just not right. We have to do better. It's not appropriate. These are weapons, people, weapons. Numero tres. The more skin, the better? I was at the park. Are you picking up on the theme? Yo, I see this woman walking through the park, and I swear, some heels that were like this tall. She's barely walking. She's like teetering, and she's wearing like these shorts that are literally like this big, and you see little pieces of her butt hanging out the bottom. I was like, what are you doing right now? You're trying to pick up on the married men or something? Get it together. Numero 4. I was rolling through Manhattan one day, right? Came upon a burrito joint. Go in there. I just want a bean and cheese. That's all I want. I see tofu burrito. I see spinach and guacamole burrito. I see all kinds of craziness, okay? Bean and cheese burrito. Don't see it on the menu. Go up to the guy. How much is a bean and cheese burrito? Oh, that's going to be $6. $6 for a bean and cheese burrito? Is the import of Mexicans low to New York or what? I don't understand. Here in Cali, right down the street from my house, bean and cheese burrito, that's not A, Del Taco, or B, Taco Bell, $1.50. Come on. Carne asada burrito con todo, with everything, $3.95. Big, juicy, awesome, Great, big burrito butts. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about if you're a burrito connoisseur like me. Okay, $4. New York, $7 for a bean and cheese burrito. No wonder I lost weight there. I couldn't get a burrito. Numero 5. Rip off cabbies. I hate to say it. I got ripped off. Not that I took the cab too much, but I did. Every once in a while I did. Going to this place called Alice's Teacups. Like, real nice place. Take a cab there. He's like, which way do you want to go? Do you want to go through the tunnel? Or do you want to go over the Brooklyn Bridge? Little did I know, we were right by the tunnel. Right there. But he knew I didn't know that. Well, which one do you want to take? Well, I was like, well, which one's faster? Which one do you want to take? So he wouldn't tell me. He didn't necessarily lie to me. He just wouldn't tell me. So we go like 3 or 4 miles out of the way to go over the Brooklyn Bridge. Okay, when the tunnel was right there. And it wasn't until about 2 or 3 weeks later that I realized we were right by the tunnel. The guy totally swindled me. Just ain't right. Totally got ripped off. Yo, when you go to New York, make sure you hide your California accent. It has to be, yo, son, let me in the cab. Yo, let's go to Upper East Side. You know what I'm saying? Not that that sounds like New York or anything, but you got to do something like that. But much better than what I just did, because that just sounds dumb. Number 6. Getting caught in rainstorms. I'm telling you, in California, if it's summertime, it does not rain. New York, East Coast, totally different thing. I don't know how many times I got caught in a rainstorm. And I'm not talking about little bits of, cutesy little polite California rain. I'm talking about storms. I'm talking about near hurricane level amounts of rain pouring down on me as I'm walking because I have no car. Take an umbrella. In fact, take 2. Numero 7. Upper Manhattan. In general. Nothing in particular. Just in general. Something about it. Maybe it's the people. Maybe it's the people. Oh, you know what? It could be the people. Like this. Their noses stuck up in the air. Louis Vuitton, Hermes bags and all that junk. Yo, I just want to live. Can I just get a burger? So check this out. I was on the bus, right? I'm on the bus in Manhattan. The bus is heading towards the Bronx. But we're still in Manhattan. There's rich people on this bus, rich older ladies. And they get so upset because this grimy looking dude comes on through the back of the bus. And let me tell you, there's 5 people on this bus that seriously start to make a big deal out of this. You shouldn't do that. Well, we paid, and you should pay like everybody else, and that's not right, and I'm going to tell the bus driver. And I'm like, really? What grade are we all in? Kindergarten right now? I'm going to tell, because you cut it in the back of the bus. Give me a break. And homie's like, yo, he said I could do this. He said, leave me alone. Why don't you mind your business? And the women are just like, I'm just so disgusted. I just can't believe you wouldn't pay. It's only $2.50. And I'm like, really? Because there's some people out there that can't afford to pay $2.50 for a freaking bus ride up the street. What's minimum wage in New York? 7 something, 8 something? And you're paying $2.50 one way? That's a lot of money if you're making minimum wage. And if you don't even have a job, don't even talk about it, all right? So, funny thing is, this lady gets up out of her seat because she's so enraged about this guy hopping on from the back of the bus. She goes up and tells the bus driver, well, this man, he came in through the back of the bus, and I think you should tell him something because that's just not right because we're all paying patrons and it's not fair. And he gets on the intercom. Excuse me, gentlemen from the back of the bus. Everyone who is complaining about the gentleman from the back of the bus, please be advised. I told him to come through the back. If you have any further questions, please direct them to me. Over. And that really shut everybody up really quick. And I was happy. And so was the guy on the back of the bus. And so were some other people on the bus who were like, shut up, it's a bus ride. Get your panties out of your butt. Anyways, Upper Manhattan, West Side, East Side, whatever side. No me gusta. That is Daily Beef, October 8th, 2011. This is Alex, all by myself. I need a partner. If you're interested, holla! Anyways, talk to you later. Side deuce, 4 deuce, 8 deuce. Adios.